Morning, sirs of the internet. Today we are looking at Github.com, one of the most hilarious sites to get all of your clownery and tomfoolery from. Today's test subject, pull request number 24 of Epic Games /signup. Now, what looks to be just a fairly normal commit, maybe some grammar checks. I mean, all this repository is a README file, so, maybe someone spotted something or wanted to, make it look better. But if you've already lost your attention span, as would I, and your eyes have wandered, well, you've probably noticed all the chaos going on. I mean, if that's enough to indicate it, then yeah, so for whatever reason, this mad lad here, what I can only assume, pinged these groups here, and this Epic Games developer group has over 40,000 members in it. Well, maybe not over, but has 40,000 members in it. And as you can already see, 103 participants, and the flame war's already started. We got the people who are already getting flashbacks of war crimes. You have the average Redditor who probably was scrolling through, r/ask Reddit, wishing that they actually had a life before going to GitHub and realizing that their inbox was spammed. Or, the most self-aware person in the chat, and then all of the trolling happens, And then maybe, sometimes the reviewers try and, keep their sanity on as the massive amount of tomfoolery is going on. And then, the r/dank memes people come in and start posting all their memes, wasting internet space. 151 kilobytes to be exact. And then, as things get completely out of hand, the Epic Games org finally closes the thread on the best ending ending note possible. But, you could spend, maybe a good 10 minutes reading through this thread, but the thing is, this isn't even the best part of the repo. Now, what I can only assume is in a stroke of sheer just insanity, we have tons of closed PRs. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And, what I can assume is, the first few commits were made around 2015, so, 7 years ago. But it's not even the best part. The tomfoolery is insane. I mean, look at this. This is the biggest thread. 400 messages. And it took them a ton of time to close it. Bruh, unreal. And what I can only assume is probably the most hilarious fashion of the internet, we have tons of joke pull requests. So, of course, as you can see, they finally managed to lock everything down. It still hasn't stopped the trollers from trolling, but now you can't reply and people can't flood emails. So, unfortunate to all of the 4chan/B lurkers in the chat right now. But let's step back a bit. And, you're maybe still, giggling a bit right now. But really, if you're considering developing on GitHub and taking it fairly seriously, don't use GitHub. It's only shown more and more and more as time has gone on that 90% of people on GitHub have probably snorted about 17 lanes of the finest, most perfectly whole grain flour out there. It's insane. So if you're actually considering making a serious software project, don't use GitHub. Maybe use something like Codeberg, or, something that requires a bit more of a brain to use, like SourceHut, or maybe just have a front end like Cgit. and then have contributors do other things to submit. Not some dumb pull request that can be spammed by random Redditors on the internet. But anyway, to kind of wrap things up, github.com is a clown site made for clowns, sponsored by Redditors. So if you want a good laugh, you might as well take a poke around this repository, since, literally anywhere on the internet is less funny than on this specific repository. So anyway, that is all for today's video, I guess. I was working on one, but then this interrupted me, so I consider this a win. But anyway, subscribe, like, maybe, copy paste the video link and spam it on B or something. Hell, maybe even open up a pull request on this repository and paste the video link. If I see that, I'll be laughing my ass off.